Hi everyone, Velvet here, and I have some stories for you today. But before we get started, can you please do me a huge favor and like, comment, and subscribe? It'll help the channel out and it'll get you more videos like this. Let's get to it. And our first one comes from Winterworld 56-1. I think I'm done with my best friend. Am I wrong to give up? Me, a 42-year-old female, and my best friend, also a 42-year-old female, didn't get close until a few years ago. We knew of each other for a long time, as she was the GF of my husband's friend, who we don't really see that often. But during an event, we really clicked, had so much in common, and had so much fun hanging out, going out, etc., etc. The four of us would go out regularly and go on trips each year. We'd all loved. We'd go out and do activities. We are all super close. I was a bridesmaid at her wedding, helped her organize her whole wedding, birthday parties for her husband, etc. I've been nothing but a very loyal and loving friend. She's had issues though. She struggles with anxiety, as do I, and I've always been there for her. Then one morning, last October, I woke up to a long text message from her, accusing me of being obsessed with her husband. I was utterly flabbergasted, because that could not be further from the truth. I showed my husband, and he was shocked. She sent me messages through the day about things that had been bothering her, i.e., at his surprise birthday, she asked me to take videos and photos throughout, which I did. I captured lots of lovely memories for her that day, and on her wedding day, but she accused me of trying to get too close to him, which I wasn't, and no one else saw a problem. The other time we went out for food and drinks, she had indigestion. Her husband went into the shop to get something for her while we waited outside, but I poked my head around the door and told him the brand she wanted. That's it. She accused me of following him everywhere, which I didn't. I didn't make a move, I just poked my head in to make sure he got the right stuff for her. I didn't respond a great deal to her while she was sending those messages. I just told her she had gotten it all wrong, and I never and never will look at her husband that way. I cried all day. It started to dawn on me that I had realized other people in our friend group were acting a little different towards me, which meant she had talked to them about it, making them think I had a thing for her husband. My husband had a talk with her about it, and that's when she realized she had made a huge mistake, and realized she had gotten it wrong. She apologized profusely and begged me to forgive her, which I did. But obviously, I was hurt by all of that. It took a while for me to see her again, and she continued apologizing. Things kind of got back on track and we were going out all over again. Things were fine, but obviously that affected me, and I've never felt the same since. During the last few months, I've been questioning our friendship. She wouldn't do the same things for me as I would for her. She likes to have a big deal for her birthday, and my husband and I would attend the events, but she would turn down the invites to my party. This is just one example of many. She texted me a few weeks ago asking if we wanted to go to a certain place for our next trip. I said it sounded great and we'd love to. We've been looking at accommodations, but she went quiet on the subject. Last night, I found out that they had booked without us and excluded us. I was so pissed off. There is so much more I can go on about, and I've told my husband, and I think I'm done, but he says she has issues and not to make any rash decisions. She has lost friendships in the past, I wonder why, because of her behavior. I love her to bits, but I feel like I'm just at the end of my rope. I don't know what to do. Oh, this is an easy one. I'll tell you exactly what to do. I don't like dealing with crazy people. You know what I mean? It may make me sound bad, but I don't like bringing people like that into my life who's going to make an already stressful life even more stressful about their nonsense. Because you obviously weren't trying to get her husband. She makes that crap up because she likes the drama, or like I said, she's a little out there. And that's not your friend. You're doing things with her, you're treating her like a friend, and like you said, I get it if they can't come to every party, but it sounds like she's never come to one of your birthday parties, and you attend her stuff all the time. What makes her better than you? What makes it so you have to go out of your way for her, but she can't return in kind? I don't know what's going on in your husband. I don't want to point fingers. I don't believe that. If I was with a girl, I don't want her hanging out with a bunch of dudes, and I'm not going to hang out with a bunch of women if I'm with a girl. And it sounds like he's keeping her as a friend or something, so I'm not saying anything, but watch that. But that would piss me off if your husband telling you, oh, it's okay, just be cool with her, and blah blah blah, she's lost friends. Yeah, I wonder why she's lost friends, because of that horrendous attitude of hers. and maybe the craziness, mostly the craziness probably. OP, if I were you, I would stop being friends with her. I don't know if you can even call what you have friendship, but yeah, I would. And oh yeah, she spread rumors because she's out of her mind to your friend group, turning them against you. That's a huge. I hate people who do that crap. OP, you know what? Yeah, do not be friends with this woman. Be done with her. Cut her out of your life, and because she's making things worse. And tell your husband he needs to stop with that crap. Where oh, be friends. Tell him no. Tell him that he can't see her either because she might try to pull something on him. She sounds like one of those type of people. OP, you're not the beehole. Our second one comes from Mr. Rocket Scientist. Am I wrong for questioning our engagement due to my fiance's nights out drinking? Ooh, plural nights. I, a 36-year-old male, volunteered to be the designated driver for my fiance, a 33-year-old female, tonight. We will call her F for fiance. She was one of three girls, N who was in her mid-40s, and J who was 30, that went to a show and then the bars. When I was about 10 minutes out, she called me to say that they had been kicked out of the bar. Oh my god, already? Allegedly, some guy came over to buy them drinks and Jay physically pushed him away. The rejected guy went on to tell the bouncer, "What? She's with you. Like, you're in a relationship. Why is she putting herself in an environment where guys can approach her and like open her up to, well, cheating?" But sorry, onward with the story. The bartender then told him, "It looks like you guys had a lot to drink, and you can't put hands on someone in my bar, so you need to leave." And then got into a big argument with the bartender. I picked them out in front while N was still arguing with someone. They were scream talking the entire 40 minutes drive home and was really upset. Jay was totally incoherent. She asked where she was twice, who paid for the Uber, even though she's met me many times. Oh boy. She almost got sick in my car. We planned on dropping Jay and N off at Jay's house to look after Jay and then Uber home later. When we got there, N insisted that Jay was fine and wanted me to give her a ride home. We all watched as Jay dropped her phone on the sidewalk prior to falling into some bushes. N kept insisting that she was fine and we could go. Oh wow, these are some fantastic friends, man. Once saw Jay get into our door, we left. Now I'm upset with myself for not making sure she made it through her door. I am pissed that N didn't take better care of her friend, and I'm more even pissed that I didn't do more. On the way to N's house, N mentions how it was a pretty chill night. Really? Okay, living in La La Land. Relative to some of their nights out. I find it repulsive that people in their mid-30s and mid-40s in N's case went out to get drunk at bars with a bunch of early 20-year-old people. We've been trying to save for a wedding and her dropping hundreds on a night out is so hurtful. Her mom drinks to where she passes out, so F believes her drinking is normal in comparison. Edit, passes out is probably overstating it, but she'll get incoherent and her husband will have to put her to bed. After we dropped her off, I told Ev that I would take her back to her place, rather than mine. I needed some time to think. She had already packed up and left her stuff at my house. I volunteered to go get it and bring it back, but she declined. Am I wrong for questioning our engagement over her habit of going out and getting drunk with her friends? Is this just not a big deal? Edit 2. F was still somewhat coherent, but I think she was pretty drunk. She told me the story of getting kicked out 15 times. She was fired up. It was her birthday outing, but this isn't exactly rare. I can think of 4 times in the last 6 months. Serious question, is there an amount of times that is acceptable? If it were once a year, would that bother you? Honestly, OP, yeah, even if it was once a year. Doing this once would be a huge turnoff to me to the point where I'd start questioning our relationship, let alone marriage. I wouldn't marry someone like this. It sounds like they go out and do this all the time, and she's not making, good decisions, especially in her age. 30s when you should know not to do 20s, late 20s, when you know you shouldn't be doing this. It sounds like she's wasting money on dumb crap like, liquor and drinking and partying with her friends. Her friends also sound like bad influences. They're probably making her drink, probably flirting with guys and telling her, oh, it's fine to flirt with the guy. And then she ends up going back home with the guy, and then you end up getting cheated on. I'm not saying she did that, but things happen when people get drunk. NOP, do you want this to be your life? Do you want to keep doing this? Bringing home a gaggle of drunk idiots, choking down vomit, passing out in bushes, 30s, 40-year-olds acting like they're still early 20s children? Do you want that? Do you want to marry someone like that? I wouldn't. OP, I would run hard, run fast, and run long. Yeah, I'd drop it. Luckily, you're not married yet, because she doesn't seem like someone who's going to, be a good spouse and build a life with you. It sounds like she just wants to stay in her, relive her 20s and keep partying. It sounds like you're farther in your journey. You need to do you. Personally, yeah, I wouldn't get with her. You're not the beehole, and you shouldn't have to do this even once. Come on, she's old enough not to do this crap. And our final one comes from Sierra, Oscar, Foxtrot. Am I wrong for being ashamed of dating a short guy? Hey Reddit, first timer here. The title says it all basically. I, a 33-year-old female, have known this guy, a 40-year-old male, for 2 years now, but always rejected a date with him because of his height. A few weeks ago, I was bored, so I agreed to go out with him. I had a good laugh, he paid for the dinner, was a real gentleman. Still, had to be on my flats and felt a bit embarrassed standing next to him. Why? Who cares? Why do people think they're the main character and everybody's looking at them? I don't care about you. If I'm out doing something, I'm not looking at you unless you're doing something stupid. I saw him twice and didn't see him anymore for about 2 months until I decided to give him another chance. This time we met at his house, had a great time. Nothing happened, just kissed, and 4 days later, I asked him to join me at a pub. But I felt like people were staring. No one was staring. No one is staring at you. I was pretty dressed, and he was too. We looked great together, but he's so short. We finally went to his home and slept together. It was really good. Treated me real nicely. Still, said goodbye and went home, and standing next to him was just weird. Always dated tall guys. He is very handsome, a great kisser, and a great Abergene? I don't know what that is, Abergene. But I'm taller than him. Am I wrong for feeling embarrassed when in public with him? Look, everyone has their preferences. Sadly, a lot of women only want tall guys. And I think what's the bare minimum now? Like 6'3". It's getting ridiculous out there. I feel bad for the guy kind of, and I kind of don't. He was over there sniffing around you. He's orbiting you, waiting for you to give him a shot. You gave him a shot, and you what? Didn't bother with him for 2 months? Or whatever. If I were him, I would find somebody else. You obviously aren't interested into him, and he should know that. But he wants you. Personally, the height thing, I don't get it because I'm not a woman. But personally, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care if a woman towered over me. If I'm attracted to her and she's into me and I'm into her, I don't care. I'll climb that mountain. Sounds like fun. But no, you shouldn't feel ashamed of dating a short guy. And love, I'm gonna tell you, you're not special. No one is looking at you. No one cares about you unless they talk to you, okay? I like just like how nobody cares about me. The only time someone's gonna look at you if you're going out is if you're causing a ruckus, and making noise and all that. No one's gonna be like, oh, she's dating a short guy. I don't care. I don't care about you guys. Nobody cares about you guys. Like, and you know what? I feel bad for that guy. I really do, because you obviously don't like him. You just gave him a shot because you were bored. You even said that. As far as I'm concerned, you're both goobers. Um, yeah, you're the beehole. You're 100% the beehole. He's the short. He's treating you like, well, I hate to say stupid crap like this, but he's treating you like a queen. And you're over here, oh, he's shorter than me. Oh, I gotta put on flats. Wear your heels. Heels are sexy. I miss heels so much. And like I said, I don't care if a woman's taller than me, but I'm a man. Most stuff doesn't phase us as long as she's pretty and nice. You know what I mean? But yeah, OP, yeah, you're straight up the beehole. Oh, he's taller than me. Oh, I'm taller. Who cares? Plus, the height thing annoys me. It's something he cannot fix. Well, there is a way to fix it, but you have to basically break your leg bones, relearn how to walk. I think it's like they put something in your leg where you have to twist it to every day to extend the bone. Something weird. Like it's real monstrous. It's some Frankenstein stuff. And even though you get the height, it damages your bone structure where your bones already are easier to break. So yeah, men could change that, but I'm not paying all that money and mutilating my body and messing myself up. You know what I mean? So OP, either end it or stop stringing the guy along. You obviously don't want him and are not attracted to him. You're the beehole. Thank you for making it to the end of the video with me. And can you please do what I said in the beginning? And like, comment, and subscribe. It really and truly does help the channel out. It helps it grow, and it helps to get more videos like this. Velvet out.